First at 4, an email death threat puts an important political task on hold. We'll tell you how it all played out. A Detroit home goes up in flames with a man inside. It looks like his girlfriend may have heard his final terrifying words. And here's Paula.
In his exclusive one-on-one, State Rep Stephanie Young goes public about surviving domestic abuse.
You spend your life, as a youth, growing up in that type of environment.
The day before she drops major legislation she co-sponsors to protect other victims.
Well, pick your favorite shade of gray. Clouds moved in as expected. We even had some drizzle today. Not a pretty day, but we do have some milder temperatures coming for your Thursday. I'll have everything you need to know coming up first at 4.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Oh, we sure do have breaking news. We've got another example of the toxic political climate as an email death threat stops a Michigan Redistricting Commission meeting. Now, the virtual get-together was based in East Lansing, but it was put on pause when the commission received notification of the threat just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. This slate appeared on the commission's YouTube channel as authorities did a sweep of Michigan State's University Union. The commission finally started a few hours later. It is working on the legislative districts for the 2022 election. A lot of questions remain on this one. Mara McDonald working on new information, talking to her sources, and we'll have reaction for you tonight when you join us at 5. Local woman describing a devastating experience after her boyfriend is the victim of a deadly fire. Firefighters responded to a home this morning on East Verner near Mount Elliott. You can see the flames and smoke coming from the roof. The victim's girlfriend says they were actually on the phone with each other when this happened.
Evidently, he dropped the phone because all I can hear him say, "Help me, please help me, help me, help me." Here come another one, it's popping. And I said, I guess a wire or something may have fallen.
Now, we're told the victim is a 69-year-old man. Investigators are trying to get to the bottom of what actually sparked that fire. Now to a mysterious death on the city's east side. That's where a woman was shot and killed. Her body was found overnight on the front porch of a home on St. Clair Street near Warren and French Roads. Police believe she's 59 years old, but not much else is known about the shooting. Of course, we're trying to get more information from police, hoping to get more information as well on suspects and motive, and when we do, we'll share that with you. 2 Detroit police officers are now charged in a growing scandal surrounding towing corruption. Lieutenant John Kennedy and Officer Daniel Vickers are facing federal bribery charges. According to an indictment, Kennedy was the head of the department's integrity unit. Investigators say he would use his influence as a supervisor to persuade officers to make referrals to a company that was not on the city's towing rotation. In exchange, prosecutors say the officers would take money from the towing company. Both are accused of taking thousands of dollars. New at 5, defender Sean Lay digging deeper into those charges and the corruption investigation. Will a COVID vaccine for younger children eventually slow the new cases in Michigan? We could soon find that out. Today, the number of new infections is up. The state reporting more than 7,800 in the last 2 days. It's an average of about 3,900, up 1,300 since Monday's report. The 7-day positivity rate remains above 11%. Governor Whitmer has directed the state to get ready to vaccinate children ages 5 to 11. Now, we did tell you yesterday an FDA advisory panel endorsed Pfizer's vaccine for that age group, but it still needs emergency authorization from the FDA itself and the CDC, which meets next week. During some tough times for automakers, General Motors still made money in the third quarter. The company is reporting revenue of $26.78 billion with a profit of $2.4 billion. That's down 40% from last year as sales slumped last quarter. GM was forced to temporarily close factories from July through September due to the global chip shortage. Experts credit higher prices for trucks and SUVs for that increased profit. In the first forecast, we've seen, so many clouds. Like you said, Paul, gray and gray with a side of gray.
That pretty well describes it, and even a little extra side of drizzle thrown in at no extra charge. Some of us actually had a little drizzle today, but even one of America's iconic skylines can't save this picture. Temperatures right now generally around 50 or in the low 50s, but fortunately, all right, here's, you know me, Mr. Glass is half full. we got rid of yesterday's wind. Generally, we're looking at a 5 mile per hour or less wind out there. So at least we got rid of the wind. All right, here's the cloud cover. But again, the glass is half full. Take a look. To the east, we do have some clearing. Now, we're all not going to get that, but some of us in the thumb, perhaps on the east side, will get some clearing tonight, but then more cloud cover will come rushing in from the southwest toward morning. So we're going to get back to some cloud cover tomorrow. But for this evening, cloud cover with temperatures just kind of staying right around that 50-degree mark, slipping a bit into the upper 40s by late evening. I'll have more about the next rain system coming our way in just a few, Karen.
All right, thank you, Paul. There are no criminal charges at this time in the movie set shooting involving actor Alec Baldwin, but charges have not been ruled out. The local sheriff and district attorney offered an update on the investigation. That happened just a few hours ago. Kimberly Gill with some of the new information they shared. Kim.
Karen, good afternoon. Officials in Santa Fe County, New Mexico are reluctant to say much about who, if anyone, could face charges. They say this is very much an ongoing investigation, but we did learn new details about the circumstances around the shooting. First, investigators believe it was a single live round fired by Alec Baldwin that killed cinematographer and wounded a director. The FBI is doing ballistic testing on the lead projectile found in the director's shoulder to confirm its weapon, or rather it's from the weapon fired by Baldwin. The sheriff also says 500 rounds of ammunition, including blanks, dummy rounds, and live rounds were found while searching the set of the movie called Rust. Authorities confirmed there's no video of the shooting, which happened during a rehearsal. While careful not to talk about legalities, the sheriff did express, though, concerns about safety on that movie set.
I think the industry has had a record recently of being safe. I think there was some complacency on this set, and I think there are some safety issues that need to be addressed by the industry and possibly by the state of New Mexico, but I'll leave that up to the industry and the state to determine what those need to be.
Whether that complacency went far enough to be called negligence will be a key legal question in this investigation. The district attorney calls this a complex case that needs more investigation, research, and analysis. Of course, we could also see civil action at some point. Karen, much more to come, and of course, we'll keep you posted.
All right, thank you, Kim. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Democrats are in, quote, pretty good shape for a domestic spending plan, but no deal is done yet. We have been following this for weeks as moderate Democrats fought to trim the so-called Build Back Better plan. The reported cost of the bill has been cut from more than $3 trillion to less than $2 trillion, I should say. Today, there is debate over a new billionaire's tax that's designed to help pay for the spending. Meantime, a bipartisan infrastructure bill is being held hostage by Democratic progressives who won't pass that bill until they have a deal on the other one. Now, let's turn to some powerful personal testimony from this Michigan State representative. Stephanie Young telling us her own childhood trauma is guiding her on the legislative floor as she introduces a package of bills to help protect victims of domestic violence and abuse. Paula Tutman brings us her story, and it is one you're not likely to forget.
On the floor of the State House in Lansing, Representative Stephanie Young of Detroit's 8th District in Northwest Detroit can wield a mighty presence.
I ask my colleagues to protect everyone's freedom.
But in her childhood neighborhood on Detroit's west side. So this is a trigger. This area you think could be a trigger?
It could be. Yeah.
She is triggered back to her painful childhood.
I grew up right down the street. Yeah, I'll get this guy. The blood of Jesus. Okay.
She can remember the great times she had as a daddy's girl, but it's when she remembers the times he drank that takes her back to the psychological, emotional, and verbal abuse she says she, her mother, and her 2 older siblings endured.
My heart would be like, boom, 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 boom. Who's going to get out the car today? Is it going to be the fun dad? But then there will be other days when he would show up, and the next thing you know, we'd be packing our bags and getting out for the night until he slept it off.
And it's from that vantage that she takes control of her childhood narrative by preparing to introduce legislation tomorrow to amp up protection for victims of domestic violence. A package of 7 bills to keep victims of domestic violence and abuse from being re-victimized. House Bill 5154 gives victims protection from evictions. House Bill 5155 updates the Paid Medical Leave Act to include stalking, domestic violence, and sexual assault victims as a protected class for the use of paid sick leave. House Bill 5156 ensures a domestic abuse victim is not disqualified from receiving unemployment benefits stemming from domestic violence and or stalking.
If a landlord hears that a woman may be in a domestic situation and is looking to start a new life, they will use that against them. You know, we don't need your drama.
HB 5157 prevents landlords and realtors from discriminating against domestic abuse victims. HB 5158 extends privacy rights to adults, not just victims who are minors. For the little girl who used to sit at her front stoop and wonder which one of her fathers would come home from work, the nice one or the drunk one. Today, as Rep. Young walked the neighborhood she grew up in and talked about her past out loud, she said today she actually felt more powerful than she's ever felt before.
Part of healing is acknowledging. I believe that. And I believe that secrets don't promote healing.
Yeah, so, you know, she says she rarely speaks about this, but she is shining the light of day on this right now because this is what's giving her power back. She is actually one of 10 women in the Progressive Women's Caucus who's dropping this legislation. They call it dropping, I guess, kind of like dropping a CD. But she says who's dropping this legislation at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. There's some other stuff in it as well, Karen, that also gives more power to protect domestic violence victims. But this legislation and her being a part of it is what is making her victorious over that part of her childhood.
Well, it makes all the difference, Paula. I really like what she said about part of healing is acknowledging, and the fact that she comes in front of a camera and shares this. Hopefully it shows others that there is hope, there's change, and they can get out of that situation, don't you think?
Yeah, and you can survive it. Yeah, it is survivable.
It is survivable. Thank you, Paula. We appreciate it. Still ahead, first at 4, a new gender milestone. The U.S. government just made history when it comes to people who don't identify as male or female. Also, a quick look at the power of a nor'easter that is hitting New England. Plus, one silver lining for residents there. First, the legal battle over photos taken at the Kobe Bryant crash scene. Who is on the hot seat now and why Bryant's widow might face a psychiatric evaluation? We've got those stories right after the break.